All right, y'all. So it looks like Gekishin Squadron Season 4, which is the half-year anniversary, may have been heavily tinted to the point that it ended up just being a leak from Gekishin themselves. So we'll be talking about it right here. It's really weird, but it does make sense. I actually never noticed this. So this is essentially the thumbnail for the Squadron Talk 4, and I think most people did not pay attention to this. But there's actually a Goku and Vegeta in the background. You look not closely at it, you don't really see anything too crazy, but someone darkened the image here, and the original poster. Froze, like, thank you so much for finding this, because no one else would have seen this. And there is a very clear look of Goku and Vegeta. Now, I think this is gonna be God Goku and God Vegeta, or Blue Vegeta. There's a couple of reasons why. Firstly, the hair does look a little bit different for each of these scenes, right? But nothing too drastic, nothing that you could say is too much of a big deal. But something that I noticed that makes me 100% confident that, outside of any stylistic choices, outside of any filters they're gonna have on the character to mislead us for whatever reason, the symbol on the gi is very different. This is in my opinion, this is the biggest, or this one of the biggest hits. It's either one or two. There's actually something else that I do want to show you guys that we did see in the trailer, which actually did also sort of leak some upcoming emotes, which we'll see. But we can see here Goku's shirt right here, his undershirt, the blue one, and then we take a close look at the bottom here. What's this? It's his symbol on his gi, right? You see the white and then the symbol right here. I know it sounds a little crazy, but I think you guys kind of see what I'm saying. This is the waistbands. The symbols are very close to the waistband, which is something that we only see from Dragon Ball Super Goku. This is the Goku in game, Namek Goku. His symbol is pretty much right where his heart is, on his, like, the top of his chest. That's where the symbol is in the Namek saga. That's where it is in the Saiyan saga, pretty much. And then in the Cell saga and Majin Buu saga, he actually does not have the symbol at all. Like, he has no symbol. Then we go back into Super, starting from Super Saiyan God Goku, and he has it once more, but it's very closer to his waistband, right? And again, we see this very commonly with God Goku's, right? Actually, I need to zoom out here. There's a very common thing we see with Dragon Ball Super Goku's in general. In fact, I could literally bring up Dokkan, or like here's, for example, you see this one is a lot closer to his chest region. This Kai Goku right here. Then we could bring up, I'm sure there's another Goku I could find. Like, let's look up Super Saiyan God SS Goku from the arc right here, the Future Saga arc. Well, he's covering his, god damn it, or these guys right here. You see the symbol is super close to like the bottom. Now this one is a larger symbol as well, but you guys kind of get the point. I think this symbol is a huge tell to me that this is at bare minimum a Dragon Ball Super Goku, and a lot of us are thinking, hey, God Goku, and it makes sense. God Goku would be the next step for Goku just in the game. We got Super Saiyan Goku at the start. We have Super Saiyan 3 Goku, who is transforming from Super Saiyan 2. The next Goku form we would get is God Goku, and as a Saiyan Day character, I think that's fine, right? With that in mind, there's also one other thing I do want to show y'all, and that's about this right here, Super Saiyan God Vegeta, and there's this section as well, where, okay, if you look really closely, you can kind of notice that he has the Super Saiyan God kind of aura around him. You see how his fist is right here, and like there's usually the white background, and then there's this huge kind of like fiery aura around him. That is pretty much Super Saiyan God. And it's the same thing with Vegeta. Now it could also technically be blue, but considering Goku's hair, it looks very Super Saiyan God to me. I think both of these characters will be Super Saiyan God. That's what I'm thinking is gonna happen. And also, this Goku's pose is pretty similar to what he does in the DBS Broly movie. So this could be DBS Broly themed half anniversary for Saiyan Day. furthermore, there's this, where this is kind of funny right here. People are thinking this could be Yuri Goku. I think it could be. A lot of people said the same thing for Sparking Zero before. I guess it's not impossible, but here's Yuri Goku and here's another Goku. I think this is just Namagoku potentially, but I mean, they would usually show him off with his gi. So imagine if this is a UI Goku somehow. That'd be kind of crazy. But we take a closer look into here. If I could zoom in, there's this character which has a huge green aura around him. A lot of people were thinking that this could be Broly. So it's very possible that this is Broly. You know, again, we could really zoom in here and just take a look. Again, obviously extremely low quality, but I think you can't reasonably say this is another character that we have right now because it just looks too, it's a bit blurry, but like what character besides like the existing Broly and the game would have you golden hair? You see this guy very clearly. I think he has like a black armor or black clothing with black hair, and the type of aura he has around him, the existing legendary Super Saiyan Broly doesn't have. So I mean, you put all these pieces together with the God Goku and God Vegeta. Then we get to the conclusion of this is a full Dragon Ball Super Broly game, where first character is like God Goku, second character is like God Vegeta, third character is Wrathful Broly. I think that that would be disappointing. I will be completely honest. I think that if the half anniversary is all characters from the singular movie, it would be boring and it would be just like, I feel like not something I would expect for half anniversary. Not that I'm not excited for these characters, right? But I would assume they would pick a character that would make everyone want to come back to the game. Like, I mean, realistically, we're talking like fusions, which is really weird because if they do this for half anniversary, then Vegito being season 3 also just feels like a weird choice for me. And it's not like I'm saying that, oh, only fusions could be exciting. I'm just like, again, I would be excited for this. Um, like I think God Goku is really cool. I think especially if he's a technical character, dude. If God Goku, we see him as a technical character and he has the God binds, like that would be sick. Like imagine technical God Goku, DPS Vegeta, and Tank Broly. I think that'd be a good season. I think that would be a good season. Um, because we've had double DPS season for a while. I mean, season 1 was double DPS, season 2 was not double DPS, but season 3 was also double DPS. So having a non-double DPS season would be ideal here at the bare minimum because we've been getting a lot of DPS characters. And I mean, yeah, I would be excited for a Tech Goku. I main technical characters, so that'd be awesome for me. But at the same time, I just really don't like more so the idea of everyone from the same arc, right? Because I mean, in season 1 we had 2 Majin Saga characters, then a Tournament of Power character, right? But in season 2 we had a GT character, a Buu Saga character, then a movies character. Then in season 3 we had a Buu Saga character again, which is really funny, Tournament of Power character, and then Bardock, which is like a pre-Z-ish character. Like that's cool. Like that's, they're starting to pick characters from all over the series, which I really did like. And then now, not only did we just have a full Saiyan, like, season 3. In fact, we had a full season we had a full Saiyan season 4. So season 4, or not season 4, season 2. I can't even speak apparently. I'm just dumb. I'm just dumbfounded right now. Season 2 and season 3 are both entirely Saiyans. And if season 3 is entirely Saiyans, again, it just will. For half anniversary, I would expect it more, but considering that they've been just shooting out these Saiyans without like a Janemba, a Frieza, hell, even Omega Shenron, a Kid Buu, like a lot of these characters that they could throw in as like a second character or even the end of a like season, but they decided to do characters like, you know, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, Ultimate Gohan, Super Saiyan Bardock, which we love those characters. A lot of people really wanted Bardock, especially. Ultimate Gohan is an exciting character. But you could throw in some difference in there, you know, like a lot of people don't want, well, especially because I don't find it as much of an issue, but a lot of people will see a similarity and thing and be like, okay, they're following like this exact pattern and we're not getting other types of characters in the series that a lot of people do like. Now, I think that it's fine to kind of throw out a bunch of scenes, especially early on, but I feel like that they could, like, I think a season like this where it's half anniversary, I did expect at least 2 Saiyans, but I did hope that there would be a really, really big villain like right in the middle of the anniversary. So like, let's say my idea was Super Gogeta, Super Janemba, a very popular villain, right, that a lot of people would be really interested in, or even like a full power Frieza. At this point, bro, I would almost say I would take Goku Black, but like I don't even, a lot of Goku Black would be really exciting, but I think season 5 would have to be like a full villain season. Like we're gonna need to see something like Goku Black headliner, Janemba, then Frieza. Like something like that is what we will need to see, because I'm a villain fan personally. Now, in terms of what else these guys could do, I mean, they could very well be transforming. It could be like Super Saiyan into Super Saiyan God is what these guys could transform into. It's possible. And then Broly, I'm not sure if they would give Wrathful Broly a transformation into Super Saiyan and then to Legendary Super Saiyan, because I feel like it's possible that we get base Broly that transforms into Wrathful, and then after the fact we also get, let's say, another Super Saiyan Broly in the future that transforms into Legendary Super Saiyan Broly. Now another thing is, you know, this right here with the UI Goku's interesting. If it is UI Goku, I mean, there's the possibility, which I'm gonna hope for this, is that God Goku and Vegeta are a tag character, kind of like the Gammas were. It would be a bit weird, just because I would assume they would, before they do a tag character, they would put them separately into the game. But we could also in the future still get a God Goku from Battle of Gods, like his fighting in Spears, and he could just be his own character still. Like, I think that they'll eventually release a repeat character from the series? I do think so, that if the game goes on long enough, we'll get to a point where they'll do like, okay, here's a tag Goku and Vegeta Angel, and then during their ultimates, or they have like a transformation mechanic where they get fused into Super Vegito. Whoa! And then eventually we'll get the same for like a Gogeta, and then you guys get the point. Or eventually we'll get like another Super Saiyan Goku, because there's like 60 billion Super Saiyan Gokus that they could do. There's tons of Piccolos that they could do as well, potentially. Like, this is kind of like, I mean, it's really weird because they have like a lot of lines from like the Tournament of Power. But we could get another Piccolo from like the Cell Saga, you know, that's possible. Maybe he has like a Hellzone Grenade kind of ultimates. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like we'll eventually get like characters that may have the same name but from different moments or something like that. That's just how I feel though. I mean, we could look at Tank here. A lot of these characters though, I feel like we wouldn't get another version of that exists in the game. Mostly just like the big hitter names. Like a Tournament of Power Ultimate Gohan and Piccolo, like kind of switch back and forth character could be interesting, like a tag. Like, we're saying this because the Gammas exist. Gamma 1 and Gamma 2, like they're attack characters together. So I mean, one day could we get like a separate version of them? Maybe, but they might not. They might not end up doing that. So we'll just have to wait and see what they end up doing there. But I mean, if it is a Goku and Vegeta and Super Saiyan God that switch back and forth, that could be interesting. But I think that would probably make them a DPS, and I really want to tech God Goku as well. So who knows? But I like how I have the Battle God screenshot, but I'm thinking it's probably DBS Broly. I mean, it could be. If that's the case, maybe we still get like an actual villain, because like Broly's a villain, but he's like a soft villain, you know, in the sense of he's still a Saiyan, and a lot of people like his design just obviously as a Saiyan. We already have Broly very recently as well, even though it is Z Broly. I obviously do consider them both different characters, but you guys get the point. And I just have seen that sentiment. So many people have been asking for villains. So many people have been asking for villains. It has been just like a huge discussion point in the past few kind of just like months, honestly. So let me know what you guys are thinking though. I appreciate y'all for watching. I just wanted to kind of talk about this. We'll have the reveal in 13 hours. Squadra Blast, the actual stream for the NA live stream, which will show the top 4. When does that actually start? It starts at 6 p.m. my time. So that is in 9 hours. Anyways, appreciate y'all for watching. And we'll see what everything is tonight though. Catch you guys next time. Peace out. Actually, I almost forgot to talk about something, but here's some emotes that I was talking about here. So we have a Bojack legendary intro that we saw right here. So this looks cool, where he has his team members just kind of gather around him. So that's really nice, right? It's a little low quality, but Bojack legendary intro is actually coming. Now this one also does support a little bit of like maybe God Vegeta. Again, we see some blue in armor, maybe new character. I mean, God Vegeta would make a lot of sense here. And maybe it could be like this pre-transformed God Vegeta where he's Super Saiyan still. But this could very well be a God Vegeta. As you see right here, there's armor. You see there's the blue arm right there. And then it just goes by so quick that it's hard to really see. I don't know if I could slow it down anymore. I can, but like it's just like an instant frame change. Now the only other thing is that this looks like Vegeta is like Saiyan Saga armor, maybe because it has like the yellow there, but that's a little weird. I don't know if that's just oddity, but keep that in mind. This is a Saiyan armor right here, and I think that it has the little pad, so it could be the Super Saiyan Vegeta skin. I mean, maybe he's super greedy and gets another legendary finisher. It's just normal Super Saiyan Vegeta. Then we also have a Super Saiyan 3 Goku dual team finisher, looks like. Because Goku is the one who's doing the Kamehameha and finishes the enemy off right here. So that's another thing. But that's cool. That's pretty much all I wanted to show besides like, you know, the new characters. Anyways, again, I appreciate y'all for watching. Just putting that in there. Catch out. Yeah, can't speak. See y'all next time. Peace.